just and convicted. You wanna put me away for life, 'cause we both know who did this. Love is the killer.
Non-stop rock talk with Tyson Bryden. Good morning, Bruno. Welcome to Non-Stop Rock Talk. It's really great to have you on the show.
Bonjour, mes amis on Canada. Yeah, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
My French just went right out the window.
That was good, though. No one's ever done French on the show before. So
Yeah.
That is too funny.
For the three French rock fans there are out there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Actually, that's funny that you mentioned that. As we start, I can go like on my host. I can go on, and see where everybody's been listening to the podcast.
Yeah,
around the world. So like, I was really surprised because there was like people in South America, Europe, and it tells you exactly how many people in those parts of the world actually listen to it, which was kind of bizarre. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like technology's just beyond me. So
small world.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was funny. The last time we spoke, we were talking about saints and sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always laugh. And ironically enough, a buddy of mine plays with their drummer.
The original drummer or the drummer the drummer that I know? I forgot his name.
Jeff.
Oh my God.
I can't remember his last name. Yeah, so my buddy says, "Oh, just reach out to him, maybe get him on your podcast, and you guys can talk about saints and sinners," which I was ironic. He lives here, where in the same part of town, like in the same city as me, which I thought was kind of funny. And
wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's doing he's a drummer in a Journey tribute band.
Oh, he's probably making boatloads of money.
Exactly. So
I got to get in one of those bands.
Yeah, exactly. I know. No kidding. I was talking to Brandon Cook from Black and Blue, and he does a GNR tribute, and he's like, he was telling me like there's some gigs they make $15,000. I was like, what?
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
But on that Saints and Sinners thing, I wanted to talk about "We Belong." I laughed to myself at that song just to fill in our listeners at the M3, Bruno. You mentioned something about that song to me, and I said, "Hold on, I have it on my phone." I think you looked at me and laughed and said, "Of course you do."
Of course, that's right.
So what was the history in terms of Saints and Sinners to do with Danger? You guys were in the same studio, or?
No, the guy that Lenny Pesci, the guy that signed us to Epic Records, when he left Epic Records, I think he started another label, and he also signed Aldo Nova, who worked with Saints and Sinners, right? I think he either co-wrote or was producing some of this stuff, right?
Right.
And so Lenny called us up and asked us if we had any songs, because they were looking for songs. So we didn't have any extra songs laying around, and he asked if me and Steve wanted to go up to Canada, to Montreal, to write with the guitar player. Forgot his name. So we did. We went up for a weekend and tried to write with him, and we ended up hanging out with the band and we went clubbing and went to a couple of strip clubs or whatever. And it was a fun weekend. We didn't write any songs, but that's how we know those guys.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool album. It's
yeah.
Occasionally, I'll put it on. I have it on my phone, as I just mentioned. So occasionally, I'll put it on. That "We Belong" is a good tune, though.
Yeah, that's a song that me and Rob always bonded over. Rob always likes kind of obscure AOR kind of stuff, and for some reason, I think early on when we were hanging out, me and Rob, like he mentioned that, and that kind of was like a bonding moment for us. That song, "We Belong." Anyway, yeah,
that's cool. So let's go to the latest Defiants album. Let's pronounce that properly. How is that pronounced?
It's pronounced Zokusho.
Zokusho.
Yeah, just the way it's written. Z-O, right?
Yep.
Zokusho.
Cool. And what's the meaning behind that?
It just means continuance to the next chapter, chapter 2, that kind of thing. There's many meanings for the word, but that's when when I started thinking about the artwork, and the title to the record, I didn't want to make the title of the record any of the song titles.
Right.
I thought we could put more thought into it than that, and then I was stumped, and I thought about what about chapter 2, and we was thinking about that Roman numeral 2, chapter 2, but then I thought it'd be cooler to say it in a different language, and I always loved Japanese culture, so I kind of did some research, asked some friends in Japan, and Zokusho was one of the words that kind of sounded cool to me, like phonetically.
Yeah.
That it's not necessarily the first word you would use in the Japanese language to say next sequel or next chapter, but it was the one that sounded the coolest to me, and it was not improper. It's kind of slang,
right?
So that's why we went with it.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, because when I saw the album come out, I was like, "What the hell does that mean?"
Yeah, you see, and it also sparked a myriad of questions from people that have podcasts and websites. So there you go.
That's right, exactly. So it was like a conversation piece, and
yeah. Always good to have people talking about you.
Well, exactly, and that's good because it pushes the envelope a little bit to. It's not, like you said, you didn't want to use a song title. Go with something different. It's cool.
Yeah.
So I want to ask about that cover. So the 3 guys on the cover, is that supposed to signify you guys, or?
Maybe not. It was kind of left to be vague. I wanted that to be the same on the first album. I didn't want us to be on the cover, right. And I kind of left Paul to handle that because I was busy doing other stuff or doing recording and all of that. And so he kind of mocked up that cover with our pictures on it, and it's really not my favorite. My whole thing was to have the 3 guys, the 3 amigos, but have them way in the background and kind of have them be mysterious and not know who they are. Who are these 3 guys? That was my whole vibe for the Defiants. Like we're, obviously there's 4 of us because we don't have a permanent drummer, but I thought on the album cover to have these 3 nondescript kind of mysterious dudes that could be us, but they're not us. So that's. Now that I was in control of the second album cover, I stressed that. I said, "Do not put our faces on these guys." I said, "If you want, you can match the hair color, but that's about it." So that's what I kind of wanted to portray is just 3 mysterious dudes, and the whole anime cover came together pretty quickly, and I had some. I referenced a lot of kind of Japanese anime to kind of find guys that would, fit what we wanted to do with the cover.
It's cool. It's a very good cover. I mean,
I dig it. It's actually my favorite album cover that I've ever been associated with.
Yeah, and that's funny. I mean, you mentioned that because the first Defiance album is kind of the first album where you've actually been on the cover because all the Danger stuff, you guys were never on the cover.
Exactamundo.
Yeah.
and now you know why I wasn't in charge of that artwork because I never wanted to be on the cover of any of my records. Right. If anything, put a picture of Bon Jovi on the front. Maybe then we'd sell, but not us. So I'm not a big fan of guys on their album covers, but
yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Unless it's Van Halen 1 or something,
Well, yeah, that's true, and that is a cool cover. So
yeah.
So that's a good thing. That's just funny though, because for me I would rather see a picture on the cover, like something visual, something to look at while you're looking at it. And if the record company wants to put a picture of the band on the back, but don't put it on the cover, kind of thing, right?
Yes, I agree.
So I'd like to talk about a few of the songs on the album.
Sure.
First one, of course, is "Love. Love is the Killer." It's absolutely, to me, that's like the best opening track. I love the little guitar piece at the beginning, and then it goes in. And
courtesy of Rob Marcello, the wizard of the axe board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was messing around. I was playing guitar one day, and I was like, you know what? I want to figure that out. And that intro was like, it was a little bit of a challenge. It's really, but that's Rob because he's such a good guitar player, right?
No, it's funny because when I was trying to think of the what to do for the intro for the song, I always wanted to do an intro a la the beginning of Rock Bottom, Kiss.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's kind of what I said. I told Rob, I go, listen, here are the chord changes. I said, come up with something that's kind of in the vein of Rock Bottom, but do put your spin on it. And he came up with that intro, and then he called me. He says, I don't know if you're gonna like this, and he played it for me. And I was like, that's perfect. That's great.
Yeah,
exactly what I wanted. Yeah,
it's a very cool part. Very cool, and it fits. The chord changes in that song are kind of they're very cool as well. Like in the
very neoclassical. Yeah, not kind of your normal AOR rock. Yeah, it's kind of something that I strive for when writing, is not to write the same 4 chords that everybody else is writing.
Yeah,
to try and do it a little bit different, but stay in the lane. It's tough. It's not easy.
It's weird because it's just I don't even know how to put it. It's like the chorus and the chords kind of are there, but it's in a different. It's really an interesting song to play.
Yeah. That was it's actually funny because when usually when Paul and I write, it depends on which song. Like for this particular song, I had the chorus and I had all the music written and I had the chorus written, right?
Right.
And it was like I knew that Paul was going to have a problem with this one because it's not atypical AOR melodic rock song. So it was something that I almost had to force on him, and I kept pushing it, going, listen, this is a good track, just take your time, don't just throw it, because a lot of times when I throw him a curve, like there are many other songs that I threw at him that were kind of like a curveball, and he kind of just would not even go near it. He'd be like, yeah, I don't like that one, and I'd be like, oh man, it's a good one, come on. But so I have to. There's 2 of us writing, so it's like. But this one was one that he kind of was able to wrap his head around it a little, and we were able to finish it. So yeah, it's a good track.
How does he feel about it now?
No, he loves it now.
Yeah,
he was the one that wanted to put it first on the record.
Ah, yeah, it's a killer. I mean, it's a killer. No pun intended there. It's a killer track.
Thanks, man.
Well, moving on to Standing on the Edge.
Uh-huh.
I think musically, that one puts the envelope a little bit too. When I hear the intro, I think of Stabbing Westwards. What do I have to do? Back in the 90s, I loved that song.
Lord, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, they were like a one-hit wonder. They were kind of like a...
Were they Canadian?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Stabbing Westward. All right, I got to go check that out.
Yeah, they were kind of like a heavier, like Depeche Mode, but heavy...
Oh, wow, cool. I like Depeche Mode.
Yeah, they had a weird vibe. Anyways, so back in the 90s, I loved that song. So hearing that intro I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of that.
That's so cool. I mean, again, totally just by accident, I was searching for keyboard sounds for something, and I came across the sound of the keyboard, the beginning of that, and I kind of quickly played that intro. And I said, this is cool. I got to use this for something. And so I just had it and then threw in the little guitar things, and that was it.
Right.
It just happened to work for that. I love the droning, one chord thing. It's very cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a very cool intro. Yeah. And that's where I think on the whole album, on a bunch of the songs, he kind of push the envelope in using intros that are really interesting. Because sometimes bands will put in an intro and you go, why is that there? That makes no sense. But the intros that are on this album, they mesh in really nicely.
Oh, thanks. I mean, we always want to create a mood depending on the song, and if we can't really come up with an interesting front to the song, like the beginning to the song, then I always like little intros to kind of set the mood. So, and again, with these records that we're making now, there's no rules, which is like the beauty of it. There's also no money, which is not beautiful, but the beauty of it is it's just strictly art. We do just whatever we want. We're not trying to get on the radio. We're not trying to, please anybody but ourselves and maybe put a couple of smiles on our fans' faces. That's about it. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that because I spoke to David Reese last weekend, and he had a new album coming out, and there was a song on it where the chorus was very melodic and it was catchy, but he put heavy guitar underneath it, like it was right in your face. And I said to him, I said, you know what, back in the day, that song, the record company probably wouldn't have accepted it, but now that you're doing it on your own, you're able to push the envelope a little bit and give people something different, right?
Yeah, sure. That's cool.
And I think that's awesome. I think I just think, yeah, there's no money, which sucks, but at the same time, your creativity, you can push that a little bit more now.
Yeah. I actually enjoy making these records. It's just therapeutic as well as just keeps my musical mind sharp, and it's a lot of fun. We have a blast making these records.
That's fantastic. Now, of course, Hollywood in Headlight. Is it Hollywood in the Headlights? Right?
Hollywood in Headlights.
Yeah, Hollywood in Headlights. Sorry. Is that a cowbell at the intro of that song?
I don't know. It's pretty damn loud. I mean, you can't tell how loud. Every time that song comes on, I go, "Oh, maybe I should have lowered that cowbell a little."
It's got a different tone though. That's what threw me off. It's like,
it's a cowbell, all right.
Oh man, and it's funny because Paul Lane, there seems to be like this theme where he's always talking about the past and things from the past.
Yeah, you can tell which songs he writes and which songs I write just from the lyrical content. He's always writing about the girl that got away, and he doesn't want any girl to leave him. And I asked him, I go, "Did you ever have an issue with that? Like when you were younger, like did some girl break your heart and leave you?" And he's like, "No."
That's hilarious because I always thought that too. I always think like, is he upset about someone leaving? But I guess he's just...
no. But it's definitely a reoccurring theme in his thought and in his writing, which is, I mean, it always works, right? So, whereas me, I come from a totally different place. I'm the angry guy. Love gone wrong.
Hence the song "Sick Little Twisted Mind."
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, that is good.
It's a good mesh, though. Like yin and yang. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, I have a buddy who listens to. He always talks about those songs, and he loves all the lyrics. Like he'll send me a text, and he'll go, "This is the best lyric ever," and he's
that's great.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it is, and he's so passionate about all of the lyrics on that album. Where I love the lyrics. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of like just go right into the song more than just reading all the lyrics, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like lyrical message and stuff, but for me, it's like how it sounds.
Yeah.
It could be in Chinese as long as it sounds good. I'm in.
Yeah, and I'm the same. I mean, if it catches me and it's sonically like I like melodic, I like heavy, but it's got to capture me.
Yeah. Got to have a melody, something you could sing, even if it's in Chinese.
That's right. Because if you go to Japan, they don't speak English, and they're going to sing along to a melody that's great, and they love it. So
yeah, isn't that amazing, huh?
It is amazing. I mean,
yeah.
Because the Japanese fan base for so many bands is so big over there, and they don't even know what you're singing.
Yeah, no. I mean, they take the time to translate everything, and then they, I guess, appreciate it even more. But you're right. Initially, they just hear a melody and someone speaking English, and they make out a few words.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that really happens. That wouldn't happen in North America. Like, for instance, I remember when you'd get a French artist here, and you'd never hear it on the radio because people wouldn't listen to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's happening now with what is that? The BTS, those Korean kids. Huge.
Really?
And they're saying, yeah. You never heard of BTS?
No.
It's like a Korean boy band.
Oh.
Right? And they're like massive. They're like bigger than whatever. They're bigger than NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys.
Wow.
And they sing 90% of their lyrics in Korean.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't know. I guess I'm kind of
You're a caveman.
I am. I'm out of touch. Because I never listen to the radio. I don't either,
but I mean, if you turn on your television, you'll see them. They're there.
Yeah, I wonder if my kids know about them. I'm sure.
Of course they do.
My kids would.
Of course they do. They'll be like, yeah, those guys suck.
Yeah, I don't know. My son's like into Drake and
Yeah. Same with mine.
All that stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be a rocker. Your dad's a rocker. You got to look at all the music you have here to listen to. I don't like that. That sucks. I don't like rock.
Yeah, it's trying to get your kid to like rock music now. It's a tall order, man.
Man, it's so frustrating. It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
Because I took him down to Memphis at Christmas time, and we went to see Tora Tora and Damon Johnson, and he dug it, and they were cool to him, and he got to meet them all, and they were really nice to him. Gave him a bunch of guitar picks, and I was like, okay, this is a step in the right direction. This is good. Oh no. It was like, I still like rock.
As soon as they got back home and moved back around their friends, it was all over.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, did you like it? Oh yeah, it was good, but I don't like rock and roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So getting to the all-nighter, I think that's one of my favorite tracks. I mean, it kind of switched. It's got that really heavy vibe, kind of like Sick Little Twisted Mind, but it doesn't sound like that song. It's just that heavy. Two totally different songs.
Yeah.
I think what makes this song so outstanding is the fact that the music fits the lyrics perfectly.
That was one that I didn't have to force on Paul. He loved that because I think even on the first record we were trying to do a song in that shuffle thing. Kind of like whatever the rock and roll, the song they play at the hockey.
Yeah,
the hockey
like
rings.
Gary Glitter.
Yeah, Gary Glitter, exactly. So Paul always wanted to do a song in that vein, but I never wanted to go all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
So this was kind of like, when I came up with the kind of the initial, the bones for All Nighter, I immediately, when I was playing it, I was like, oh, Paul's going to love this. And I knew it. The minute I sent him the chorus and just kind of the vibe of the song, he immediately, he wrote the rest of the lyrics in like 5 seconds. It was done.
Wow.
He loved it. Yeah.
That's a cool tune. I mean,
and the cool part about that song is that we just kind of threw the kitchen sink in there. We went full on production and crazy vocals and just little tricks here and little things here that we just went for it on that song. We were like, yeah, man, let's just throw it all in on this one.
Yeah, and it's the vibe. I remember when I first got the album and I was in Portugal and I went out at like 5 a.m. one morning for a run on the streets because there's no one around, and that song just drove it's just adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that song definitely make you want to run.
Oh, that's so funny. And now getting to Steve West, who played on the album, that's the one difference that I find between the first and second album is there's something about Westy's drumming to me that I don't know what it is. He's got a certain flair, and he's always, especially like on a song like Tip of My Tongue, he's got that little thing he does, like on the snare, and he's just got kind of a flair. And I think to me that's maybe one of the things that I noticed different from the first album.
Okay, I mean on both records the drumming was kind of, I would say most of it was me, meaning like my direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Steve played and he, maybe added some stuff here and there, but he was definitely given a lot of direction. And there was actually a lot of stuff on this record that he normally wouldn't play.
Right.
That I made him play.
Oh.
So, and in his typical Steve West fashion, he would say like, oh, that's really what you want me to do? All right, that's not what I would have done, but okay.
Oh, right.
But, yeah. I mean, the straight 4 on the floor kind of songs are, were obviously very simple, but songs like Love Is the Killer and All Nighter, and where there's some maybe a little bit stuff that he wouldn't normally play that wasn't in his wheelhouse, I had to just kind of stress the point a little. But no, he did a great job. It was good. It was a lot of fun recording the drums with him.
Yeah, there's just some. I mean, I don't know what it is about his drumming. I think there's some kind of like
simple.
What's that?
Simple. Don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's how he hits, though. Like how his snare hits are all... I don't know what it is. It's just...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I've always liked that about his drumming, because me and my buddy always... We would talk about his drumming, and we're like, oh, I love that part. And it's not...
Steve says big thank you.
Oh, yes. Perfect. I mean, the next time I see him, I'll have to make sure I tell him. And
yeah.
If I can keep him close to me for 2 seconds, but if he's not off running away somewhere, so.
Yeah, he's got the wandering eye, man.
Oh, he does. He's like, hey, where'd he go? Where the hell did Steve go? So the last track, which is Drink Up, that one's kind of different compared to the rest of the album. But the vibe is so cool, and it kind of occasionally you guys talk about drinking like dead drunk and wasted off of Gildersleeves. Was that a Paul lyric as well? That one was written?
No, Drink Up was the chorus. I wrote the chorus for that, and I wanted to have a drinking song. I didn't necessarily want it to be in that vein. Like I almost wanted it to be like an Irish folk song. Because I always remember growing up when I would go see bar bands, there would always be some sort of drinking song where everybody would raise a glass and go, hey, hey, and toast each other, So I told Paul, I said, I want to write a drinking song that we could, if we ever do play a gig, we'd end the show with, like a kind of a fun drinking song. And so my initial idea for that song was, again, more of like an Irish folk song. And then Paul wasn't feeling it. And so then it turned into, for lack of a better term, Bryan Adams meets Kiss or something, that song. So,
yeah,
the vibe of it. So, it meets Danger, which is pretty much what Danger is. Bryan Adams meets Kiss, right? So,
that's true.
So then it turned into just a straight ahead rock song. And literally that one we wrote in about a half hour.
Wow.
We just kind of banged that one out. It was fine. We were like, yeah, that's it. Cool.
That's a cool tune. Were you kind of thinking like Whiskey in the Jar type of thing initially?
No, not necessarily lyric wise. Again, it was just kind of more like if you were in a bar in Ireland or in England and you had a pint and you guys were all singing, old folk songs. That's kind of the vibe initially that I wanted for it.
Right.
And so again, not now with half my friends have problems with alcohol and this and that. So you got to be careful when you start talking about drinking and glorifying it. But at the same time, to me, that's what rock is. It's like rebellious, And so it's like you don't have to be PC when you're writing a rock and roll song. So So it again lyrically it was like in a pub in England or in Ireland,
right?
And then we just brought it back into the whole AOR rock thing with the music. So
and I went to Ireland almost 2 years ago, and it was insane. It was so
it's people just drink, man, all the time.
We were in this bar on a Sunday afternoon, like on Fleet Street, and this place was packed, and everybody's happy, and they're watching. There's a soccer match on, and they're just going crazy. It was so hot.
We played in Belfast when they had that, I forget what it is, this like the big horse race.
Right.
It's like that they have every year or something. It's like, the Kentucky Derby of Ireland or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we had, I was exhausted, and I remember my buddies over there, they were like, oh, whoa, well, you got to come down to the pub and have a proper pint, and I'm like, okay, well, like, maybe after the show, they go, oh no, you got to come now, and I'm like, what? And I'm there like at 3:00 in the afternoon pounding Guinness.
Oh yeah.
Which is delicious, by the way, especially in Ireland.
Yeah.
And these people are going bananas in the place watching this horse race, and I'm like, wow, this is just so cool, man. It's such a different, like it's like you're in a different world, but yeah, it's just so cool.
Yeah, and I can. Hopefully, I'll get back there because we didn't go to Belfast though, unfortunately.
Where you were in Limerick?
What's that?
What town were you in?
We were in Dublin.
Oh, Dublin.
Dublin. Yes. And,
okay.
Then we were like kind of on a bus tour. So we went.
Cool. All right.
We did the whole south. So we spent a couple of days in in Dublin.
Sony Records Classics presents the best of Ireland.
Oh man, that's too funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that was good.
All right.
That's that. I didn't realize the premise of that song that's what your vision was, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, in the beginning it was just going to be like almost like in the vibe. And again, this is a vibe thing. Like, you know how like Cheap Trick would sing "Hello There" or Avita saying, you know, at the beginning and the end of their shows.
Yep.
So it was kind of like that kind of thing. Like I just wanted to be like a no nonsense 3-chord rock song, you know, and have a cool lyric about drinking, and that's kind of, and then it just turned into what it is on the record.
Oh, that's cool. Now moving to, and you had mentioned this to me, but I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, that when Paul Lane tried out for Danger Danger before you got him in the band, that someone else had tried out as well.
Yeah, Kelly Hanson from Hurricane Foreigner. Yeah,
that is super cool.
Go ahead.
Oh, so did he? So he came down and did the songs with you, a bunch of songs with you guys. And...
Yeah, no. What we did was we didn't really have like a live kind of, you know, playing with the band kind of thing. What we did was we sent out some songs from Cockroach without the vocals on them, and obviously gave them the songs with the vocals as well, and said, you know, go on to your, you know, whatever it is, you know, grab a microphone and just sing to the song. Let's hear how you sound on these songs.
Mm-hmm.
And so he sent us Kelly. I forget how I was introduced to him, but I met him like obviously back in the day when Hurricane was on tour. I think our paths had crossed a few times.
Right.
But so we just you know, he was not in Hurricane, and I called him and told him that we were looking for a vocalist and blah blah blah, and sent him the tape, and then he sent back, I believe it was Tip of My Tongue and one other song that he sang on. And I don't ask me what the tapes are because I can't find them, but I have them somewhere. And so he sang on that, and of course I know who Kelly is, and I know he can perform, and you know, so for us it was more about the vibe, like meshing with our personalities.
Right.
You know, if he was going to be able to hang with us,
right? Because
we knew that Kelly was you know, a cool dude, whatever, he could sing, whatever, had the right look and everything. And with Paul, we didn't really know him that much.
Mm-hmm.
And so both of them, we flew into New York and basically just hung out with them. We didn't rehearse or anything with any of them. Right. We just kind of hung out with them. And so I don't know how we decided on Paul. I think it was because I think I was more leaning towards Kelly Hanson.
Oh.
But the reason why we didn't pick Kelly was because he was a little bit more focused on business. Like initially, he wasn't really focused on kind of getting along with us.
Oh.
He was more just straight to the point, going, okay, what's going to be the deal? You know, what's the deal here? And so that kind of soured us a little bit on it. And Paul was just hanging out. Paul's just a great guy, you know, so it was a whole different vibe, you know, hanging out with Paul. And so that's why we chose Paul.
Wow. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
I don't have you spoken of that before? To people, was that ever spoken of, that Kelly Hanson had tried out?
You mean what? Like in interviews and stuff?
Yeah, just
no one ever asked.
Huh.
Yeah, no one ever asked.
That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, now
it's funny because now I run into Kelly Hanson and he doesn't want to talk about it.
He's a foreigner now.
Yeah, he don't want to talk about, hey, Kelly, remember we would do, who are you?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't do that.
No, definitely. Remember when we didn't give you the job?
Yeah, no. I said you should be thanking us.
Yeah, no kidding. Was Hurricane done by that point?
Yeah, they were done.
Yeah, because that last album was a little bit different. I think they had outside writers come in and whatnot. It was a decent album, but it kind of took, when Robert Sarswell left, it kind of changed.
I don't really know much about Hurricane other than, you know, that him and I guess Doug was in the band too, right?
Yes. Yeah, he replaced Robert Sarswell. Yeah.
Right. I think when Doug was in the band and they were on tour, we might have done some shows with them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, that was a weird time, too. Well, that was like, what, 1990, 91, something like that?
Yeah, that was when it was all ending.
Yeah, that's when it all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, you know what? I wanted to talk mostly about the album today, and I had that question about Kelly, but pretty much
Cool.
that is all I've got.
Cool.
And I appreciate you coming on the show, Bruno.
Hey, anytime, man. We need guys like you to keep this boat afloat. So I appreciate it. And whatever, let's do it again soon.
Okay, man. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Let me know when it goes online. I'll post some links and stuff.
Okay. Thanks, Bruno. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Okay.
Take care, man.
Okay.
All right, you too. Bye.